Today I'm going to solve this problem, valid parentheses. And what is this problem all about? We have different type of brackets. As you can see here, we have parentheses, we have curly brackets, we have braces, like three types of brackets. And we want to make sure, like given a string called s, like the one in the example, that every open bracket is closed by the same type of bracket. So parentheses is closed by parentheses, curly brackets is closed by curly brackets, braces is closed by braces, etc. And another thing that they are closed in the correct order. What is meant by correct order? Simply, correct order means that any close should be for last opening. What does it mean? It means that, like, if we have um, string like that, we see here like different openings, and like if we have the closing like this, parentheses, it should it should be um, not valid string because it doesn't close the curly bracket. So we have to close things in order. So like we have to close this first, and then close the bracket here, and then close the parentheses here. So overall, like we like I do it in multiple lines, but like it can be like this. This is just for illustration. So the key point here is that um, the last opening here, you can see here's the last opening for this type of brackets. Um, it should have it should be closed first before closing the opening before it. And the concept of last opening, um, it makes us remember the stack because the stack returns last element pushed. And so what should this stack contains? It should contains only openings because you see here the key point here is to um, always have an access to the last opening bracket. This is the key to solve this problem because at any time we want the close for bracket to be for the last opening bracket, and that's it. And what is a stack in JavaScript? Stack in JavaScript is just an array, and we can access it by push to push things and pop to pop last element. And how to know if the condition is not valid, if the string is not valid? Simply, if the current close bracket doesn't match with the last opening bracket. How to access last opening bracket? Just pop it from the stack and see. And how to know the proper closing, like if this if this closes this or if this closes this, we have like to keep in an object a mapping for every closing uh, of an opening bracket. So this matches with this, and this matches with this, and this matches with this. Let's see the code in visualization. So I made the flag here, and this flag is true by default. And like if we found that the string is not a valid string, that things are not in order, then we like return false. So first thing, this is the string I give. Like it should be valid, but like we assume at first it is valid. And then we have this stack, and it will be for start at empty array. And then we will have this opening to close mapping. You can see here it is referring to an object, which is just a simple mapping that this type of brackets ends or closes with this type, and this closes with this, and this closes with this. And we are having a for loop. What are we looping around? We are looping around string s, and every character, it is either an opening or close character, and we need to check first if it is opening or close character. How do we know? If we looked at this object opening to close, and we gave it the character as a key, and we didn't find um, a matching value, that means that this is not an opening. If we found a matching value, then it means that our key is indeed an opening bracket. So we will just check if opening to close mapping of opening or close character, we don't know yet. If it exists, if it has a value, then it is indeed an opening bracket. So we push it to the stack. So as you can see here, we find this one, so it is an opening. We find it matching here, so we push the opening to the stack. And now we will continue looping, another opening, and now what is this? It is the closing bracket. We need to check if this closing bracket is for the last opening bracket. In our case, it is, we need to check if it is a close for this curly bracket. And yeah, we know, we can see it. So how to do it in the code? So first we have to access the last opening bracket. Simply, it is stack.pop. So this will pop this. Okay, we popped it. Now we need to check if it matches with the proper opening. So we say opening to close, which is this object, of last opening, which is the popped opening from the stack. If it doesn't equal the close that we opening or close character, which is the character that we are looping on from the string. So here is the last opening. Let's check. Yeah, it is. Does it exist in this object? Yes, it is this one. Does it matches with the opening or close character, which is this one? Yes, indeed. So, okay, they match. Now continue. Here, this is the last opening. Does it match with opening or close character, with referring to this object mapping? Yes, indeed. This opening matches with this close. And another time, yes, indeed. This opening matches with this type of close. How do we know? We know from this object mapping that this type of opening have this type of closing. And like if we loop successfully and nothing is wrong, we will return true. Like if this condition doesn't match, if the element, if we have like here squared brackets or curly brackets, and we have here these parentheses, so the matching here in the object won't be successful, and we will return false. And yeah, like we finally we will return true, and the problem will be solved. Here, if we submit, it will be submitted successfully. And sorry for if there was some weird naming or so. And note that this like beats 45% or so. It is not very accurate, so I don't depend on it a lot, because it changes from time to time. I hope you understood it, and thank you for listening and for your time. Goodbye.